Hello again, it's Noob, and in front of us we have an Abus Titanium 64 Ti30, and I've picked a few Titaniums in the past, not this particular 30mm long shackle variant, but this is a strange one because unlike a lot of these smaller Titaniums, which are usually tricky because of their small keyway, which restricts the type and size of pick which you can put in there, this keyway, well, it's not very paracentric, is it? You can see that it's wide open, apart from a modest amount of warding here and here, but not much. Compare that to another small core I've got just here. Can you see the difference? One is extremely paracentric and very tight, very hard to get the pick around. This one, largely wide open. Very, very odd. Okay, so the key does look interesting though. It's got not a bad bitting for a 4-pin lock. You can see that pin 1 is low, 2 high, 3 low, 4 high. That normally means that pin 1 and 3 are easily overset, so you want to try and find a hook which can go in and pick, say, pin 4 there without oversetting pin 3, which this hook may well do. You can see it's sort of already pushing into the space where the pin in position 3 would be. So I'm going to choose a ever so slightly deeper short hook, a Sparrow's 1 in 20,000th, and yeah, it's just a standard short hook. This is sort of the thing I'd normally reach for. We can go bottom of the keyway tension on this one purely because it has, you'll see. Watch. Put the tensioner in, and it barely even goes into the part of the keyway where I'll be putting my pick. So you might as well do bottom of the keyway tension. It's more comfortable in the hand at least. Okay, tension on. I can already feel pin 4 binding. Lift that up. There we go. Pin 2 is now binding. And oh, we're open already. That wasn't really a surprise. What I think is actually happening here is that these are 0 lift pins in position 1 and 3. Yes, they would stop you from picking pins 4 and 2 if you had the wrong pick choice, but most people go for a short hook in a small keyway anyway. So yeah, they weren't really that effective and just meant that this 4-pin lock, which is already, you know, quite small, is essentially a 2-pin lock. Can we rake it? Well, again, in the same way that you'd approach one of these locks with a short hook most of the time, you'd probably also use a bow guitar as your first sort of rake, if you like. So just go in, and we're already open. The interesting thing about the bow guitar, of course, is that it's really matched up to high-low bittings, which a lot of these smaller locks tend to have. So you just, you know, rock it back and forth in the keyway, and you can see that it's virtually the key, and that's why you've got such a quick open. So there you go. It's a fun but not massively secure Abus 64 Ti30, and to be fair to it, I don't think it's marketed as a high security lock, not with such a small shimmable shackle like this. It's going to be used for like an office lock or something like that. You know, it's something low security, I imagine. Alright, well, I hope you found that interesting, and I'll see you all next time.